Hi, welcome to Collector Brain. My name is Jens, and thank you for watching my first video. Production value is very low, but yeah, I hope to share some of my hobbies with you. Currently, I am very much into comic books. As you can see behind me, also video games. I've been collecting retro video games for years and have recently kind of slowed down and sold off some, just keeping the ones that I'm really attached to or really like. Um, but be showing some recent pickups. I'm hoping to show some other videos like maybe conventions, yard sales, where I usually like to get my items because I like to get them for a good price. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'm hoping to make some changes down the road, make it a little bit more interesting, like with an intro and a little bit more better editing, etc. So yeah, but thanks you for joining, and I'll get into what I've recently picked up from some local comic book stores. So let's jump into my recent pickups of comic books. On last week, I met with my friend Utako. We went out and went through 3 different comic book stores. And the one in the Seattle area was Ancient Comics. That was the one that we primarily wanted to hit. And that was actually our last stop. But from the ones that we have, I'm going to start from the last one to the first one on that day, just because at the very first collectible stop, I got my favorite pickup for the day. So let's get right into it. So at Ancient Comics, I only picked up 3. There is Fantastic Four 348. I've always kind of liked that cover. And for these 3 comics, I paid $13, so nothing too badly. Punisher 75, not a key, but pretty cool looking cover. And one that is kind of nostalgic for me, since I had a comic like this in Germany growing up. Spectacular Spider-Man 138. So $13 for these 3, not too bad. The stop before was a bookstore in Kent. I don't recall the name right now. We mostly went in there for dollar books or the dollar bins. It seemed pretty picked over, so I only have 3 dollar bin pickups. There is a Green Lantern 21. That's from the 2013 series. Justice League Europe 11. And just some good reading material, Batman Grendel #1. So coming to the first stop that we had for the day, we spent a lot of times on the dollar bins and then went upstairs at this collectible store in Kirkland, Washington. Yeah, found a lot of good dollar bins, but also my favorite pickup we found at the upstairs regular price bins. So let's get into the pickups for here. So we have Alex Ross cover, Justice Society. Also picked up a bunch of Green Lanterns. A little bit speculating because of the new Lantern show that's coming out. So, plus I haven't really read too many of it, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So there's Sinestro Corps #1. That was also in dollar bin. Spirit of Vengeance Part 2 of 6. Had already 3 of the other ones, of the Ghost Rider and the Morbius ones. I'm trying to get all 6 of them. So one more there. There was this Daredevil Marked for Death, also for $1. Nice little reading. Not really something that goes on the collectible side, but looking forward to read it. Some of the Frank Miller run of the Daredevil. Another Green Lantern variant #1. This is from 2005. Continuing there, Green Lantern 4. So we kind of picked up mostly the keys out of here. Green Lantern #9. 10. Also make sure that they don't have any spine ticks or anything like that. 12. Green Lantern 20. This one isn't a key, but it was a cool looking cover and possibly worth maybe even grading. I'm still looking into that one. Green Lantern 26. 28. 29. So these were all from the dollar bins. Then I have to pick up from the upstairs from the regular price stuff. This was a pickup. It was very coincidental. This is a Sam Keith cover. We found out the same day that he had passed away, or after the fact, after I picked this up. This was just a comic that has been on my list. So it's Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine 117. Cool looking Sam Keith cover. And my favorite pickup for that day, it's not really a key, but I've been wanting to get a little bit more Deadman, and this one is a 6-part run, and it's also, if you can see that, signed by Neal Adams. So favorite pickup for this day because it's a really cool looking cover. They had 2 other ones that were also signed by Neal Adams, but they had heavy spine ticks. And to me, this was kind of like not only the cleanest one, also the nicest looking one. There's one with Deadman and Batman on it, which looked pretty cool, but it was in the worst condition out of the 3. So this one, yeah, that was the good one for the day, and everything on that pickup was $34. So the dollar bin stuff plus the last 2 altogether $34. Yeah, that was the day for Saturday. Best part of the day was hanging out with Otaku, going hunting or picking up comics or doing any kind of activity like that. Is just more fun with if you have somebody to hang out with. So we had a hell of a good time and hope to do it again. A few days later, I went to a local bookstore. I was actually looking for, I'm working on getting better in comic book restoration, or doing some CPR, and I wanted to get a candidate that had a pretty bad spine roll. I did find an older Richie Rich one. I'm not sure where I put it right now, but this isn't in here. But they had just put out some new comics that had gotten in, so spent some time in there, and I picked up some cool comics. Another one for the Midnight Suns. This is now the 5th one out of the 6, so getting close there. Found this Doom Patrol. Good news, bad news on it. It looks a little bit worse. It has this really big crease at the bottom that I didn't see through it. It goes all the way through. The good news about it is it's actually a Mark Jewelers, and I'm hoping to get that crease out. So my first Mark Jewelers, and this was, I don't know what exactly paid for everything, but I roughly remember. So this was about $1.50. This was $5. What this bookstore does is if items get traded in with back and board, then they put them out. If they don't, then they also get put out without back and board, and which was very unfortunate for this one because I've been looking for it. Ghost Rider Volume 2, number 1. This has some spine ticks, and I can only imagine it was because it was put out. It was already there. They didn't just put it out when I was there. And it has a couple spine ticks, so I'm giving this to my friend. Still looking for a cleaner copy, but it's not too bad. And I paid $1.50 for this one, so it's no big deal. This one is pretty nice pickup. Punisher 228. So this is has also I think this is about $10-15 comic, but it definitely is a key. So. Pretty cool. That one was $2. This one, the better comics in this one, they kind of lock them up in this little plastic cage. And while they were still putting out, I looked this up. So this was one thing that I picked up first. I had 2 of it, and I kind of been looking for it. I think I picked up the best one out of the 2, and that's Spectacular Spider-Man 99. First full appearance of Spot. And the last two are kind of like my favorite out of here. This one, Wonder Woman, Volume 2, number 1. This one was $5. I think price tag is still there. It's in very good condition, so very happy with this one. This last one, they didn't have a price at first, and I was kind of afraid when they started pricing it out that they were going to overprice it, but they left it at $2, and it's Fantastic Four 67. It's the reprint from 1994, the JCPenney, but still, even as a reprint, holds some value. It has a lot of foxing going on, so I'm hoping I can get that out, but all in all, this is in really good condition. So I'm thinking with a little clean press and for sure with the blue light, I'll be able to get this out. Yeah, nice little pickup. So today is actually Saturday, so I was out today again. You know, I have a problem. That's why it's Collector Brain, even though I don't need any more stuff. I have the need to get more stuff. So I drove to the same collectible store that I was, but I'm gonna talk about that one last because that was actually also again the best part of the day, and I should have kind of stopped at it. I went to one more small comic book store that I go once in a while. I haven't really found like something that I'm super happy about it at that place, but yeah, I went through the 50% off boxes and kind of got into, because of the recent, like I mentioned before, Sam Keith's pathing, I got a little bit down the rabbit hole with some of the Marvel Comics Presents. So I picked up, so it's priced at $6, so they were all half off, which is actually the going rate is $3. So this is Marvel Presents Wolverine 109. This also Marvel Comics Presents is Ghost Rider and the Werewolf, number 110, 111. And these are all, they have more than one story, so front and back. There's actually 2 covers to this, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not sure if I should have picked them up or not, but they are pretty cool. Ghost Rider Iron Fist. That's 113. 114. And this one here, Punisher 2099, also $3. All in all, not too bad. I mean, $3 a comic, not too bad. They're all in decent condition. I thought they were a little bit better, but because of the back and front covers, some of them have a few spine ticks. They don't show it in the front or in the back. They had a few. I'll see if I can get those out, but I don't recall if they were color breaking or not. So coming back to the first stop, that was at the same collectible store that I was the Saturday prior. The reason why I went back, they also do buy, sell, and trade. And I did have a couple of video game items that I wanted to get rid of and kind of, you know, spend less money and use some trade-ins. I had a Neo Geo Mini, an action figure, a Genesis game, and something else. Like I think it was another figure or something like that. I got $50 trade-in, and the total of the comics that I picked was $62, so it was $12 out of pocket. This is also, they have everything priced, and then the boxes say everything is 50% off. So this is kind of like on that day where it started a little bit with more Sam Keith covers. So this is Wolverine Saves the Tiger. I think this is a one shot, $5. Moon Knight entering Ghost Rider, one of the keys. It's number 25. This was $7. Another Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine 118. That was $8, and 119 also $8. I think that was a little bit. One of the two is priced pretty decent. The other one, according to Key Collector, was maybe a little bit high, but they're in really good condition. So then Spider-Man number 8 from the 1992 Todd McFarlane run. That was $9. And the last two, there's two more comics. Those were my favorite. Yeah, can't really say which one is better. Really, Swamp Thing number 90 for $10. This is in really good condition. Got a little bit overexcited. There is one spine take, but all in all, this is a really high grade looking copy. Love the Swamp Thing stuff. Want to get some more. I did find a few, but so it doesn't get too overwhelming. I mostly just want to pick up keys or covers that I'm really that I really like. Otherwise, it's getting too much. But you know, I said I wasn't gonna pick up a whole lot, and here I have, I don't know, 20, 30 comic books again. So you know, what can I say? And this last one is Champions number 1, and the only reason why I picked this one up, and it was $15, so because it's also signed by Neil Adams. So I really like signed comics, and I'll be sending, when the comic is signed, I'll definitely be sending it to CGC, get the signature verified. I have two actually at CGC right now that I have of comics that one Otaku gave me with a Jim Lee signature, and the other one got off eBay with a Kevin Smith signature. So I'll be showing those once I receive them back. They just received them a few weeks ago, and yeah, I mean, CGC is faster than they used to be, but it still takes some time. Yeah, let me know. So this is my first video. I'm not sure in what frequency I'll be uploading, or what else I'll be doing. I'm thinking for the summer, I always like to do yard sales. I do want to get like a little contraption so I can hold the phone and film going out and have a little bit more to show than just me sitting here talking to the camera, showing you what I picked up. That is in the works. I just needed to start somewhere, otherwise I'll never get going with this. I've been thinking about doing the YouTube channel for a long time, and I'm a procrastinator, and I just had to start somewhere, and I'm hoping to build up it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. I didn't bore the heck out of you. Subscribe, comment, like, and I hope to see you soon.